Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, taught me this truth and rule well. And I want to say shalom to you, Akim and Aquath, out there pursuing this truth diligently. Coming at you once again with another lesson. All right, and bear with me. I'm not sure how the volume is. If you watch the, you can't because it's currently uploading still. We'll get on. I guess we'll touch on that first. So I put a update out on the channel. All right, to the community. All right, Lord willing, people see it. Who knows if YouTube's gonna hide that? Of course, YouTube's doing their same old shit again, and my videos are doing the same old thing with not uploading. See, there goes processing. And it has been doing this since last night, mind you. And my internet's fine. Okay, it's just because if you look at the title, the school systems are set up to indoctrinate. You know what it's talking about, homosexuality. Boom, instant. They do this shit to my channel again. All right, so I don't know what's gonna have to go down. All right, I might just have to switch over to the other channel for the foreseeable future because this one's making it to where I can't even upload. All right, so. And YouTube's gonna do their shit. All right, these fucking Edomites. All right, these goddamn crackers. All right, and the Most High's gonna put these people to death. All right, for what they're doing. They're trying to. They've been doing that to me lately. All right, just making it where my videos just won't even upload. All right, they'll be uploading for 2 days, and it won't even upload ever. It'll just keep on in a processing loop, and then it'll say uploading. It'll stop. It'll go back to processing, and I'll cancel it, redo it. It won't change anything. All right, the only way it works is if I switch over to a different channel. So, Lord willing, you brothers and sisters got the community update. If not, hey, like I said in the last one, just make sure you're checking the backup counts, man. All right, because more than likely this will be going up on Babylon Has Fallen, Revelation 18, BA. All right, so without any further ado, just had to get that out of the system because it's vexing. But hey, here's another thing that's vexing. All right, today, all right, aka Mother's Day. All right. So, hey, here we are. It's the 14th, all right, May 14th, a.k.a. Mother's Day to the people in the world. All right, so we're going to go ahead and jump right in. This lesson is titled Mother's Day, a Wicked Day of Woman Worship, all right? And it's a woman worship and idol worship, all right, which we're going to get back to because it goes back to, and this says green. That's supposed to say Greek. There we go. So, and it goes back to the Greeks, man. All right, so Mother's Day, a wicked day of woman worship. Once again, giving all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. All right, so we're going to start off with Amos 5:21. Actually, you know what? We're going to start with, the backgrounds of Mother's Day, so-called. I had to grab a drink there. So let's go get it. Now, all you have to do, simple search. You just type in Mother's Day, pagan. Okay? Mother's Day, pagan. It says the tradition dates back to pagan celebrations in ancient Greece in honor of Rhea, the mother of the gods. There you go. Huh. Interesting. We're not supposed to be celebrating the shit right off. Boom, bam, there you go. In Rome, too. Okay, so Edomites. Cybele, a mother of goddesses, was worshipped as early as 250 BC. In the 17th century, England celebrated a day called Mothering Sunday on the fourth Sunday of Lent. Okay, let's see here. It says, is Mother's Day and Father's Day a pagan holiday? It says, Mother's Day always falls on the second Sunday of May. Sunday. What is today? Sunday. It says, and like so many other holidays rooted in pagan sun worshiping, including Father's Day, which always falls on the third Sunday of June. Sunday, the day of the sun, for sun worship. All right? So, there you go. There you go. And do we need to grab more? Do we really need to grab more? We don't really need to grab more. It shows you right there that Father's Day, because Father's Day, I don't know when that is. I assume that's coming up. All right. So we know, most in Mother's Day, most of us, got a text from our mothers or something saying, "Oh, did you forget?" Or even though we told them time and time and time and time and time again that we don't celebrate nothing. All right, they don't, you know, they that's usually how it goes. So it's vexing to us. It's a vexing day to us, and we wish it would go away. All right, so let's see. Easter talks about Semiramis, Nimrod's wife. All right, talks about being getting pregnant around the time of Nimrod died, and it probably talks about the tree. What is the history of Mother's Day? Find out how the Greeks and Romans celebrated motherhood. All right. The pagan origins of Mother's Day dates back to the dates back to the ancient Greeks during their yearly spring festival that paid tribute to maternal goddesses. There you go. Says Mother's Day, called Mothering Day in the UK, can be traced back to ancient pagan practices, but it's gone through a lot of. Look at the Christians. Should Christians celebrate Mother's Day? Look at the Christians, but it's gone through a lot of changes. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's gone through a lot of changes. It goes back to pagan origins. It doesn't matter if it's been changed, all right? And that's the Christians celebrate all the pagan shit. Easter, pagan. Christian, Christmas, pagan. Mother's Day, pagan. Father's Day, pagan. Thanksgiving. I don't know if that necessarily goes back to pagan, but it celebrates the death of your brothers, okay? So, no. All right, just pagan, 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 pagan. Of course the Christians love it. They love paganism, all right? They're a bunch of goddamn pagans, all right? So, let's get Amos 5:21. Because this is a holiday, all right, is really a feast day, all right. What's the one thing that usually you do? What mothers do? You take them out to eat, all right. You go and take them out to eat, And thankfully, my mom lives in a different state, or else she'd be trying to rope me into that, all right. And thankfully, I work today too, so that day, call all Yahweh Shem Shai for that, okay. So some of you brothers, who knows how it's gonna go, man. Who knows how it's going to go? Try to get yourself out of that situation as much as possible. If you're a young brother, under the age of 18, and you're still living with your parents, you might not really have too much of a choice. They might rope you into it. All right. So, hey, just pray. Just pray. Okay. The Lord knows if you're willing or not. All right. To go through those things. All right. Same thing with Christmas. If you're living with those people, you try to lock yourself in the room to get out here. You're opening presents. And here you are, 15. You woke up and your family's, asleep as hell. All right, then hey, it's all through the Lord, man. You gotta pray and just you gotta just go through it with humility. All right, go through it with humility. All right, don't want it. All right, of course, but go through it with humility. All right, the Lord knows what your intentions are. All right, He knows if you're secretly, I really want to go and do it. All right, He knows. All right, Amos 5:21. It says, I despise your feast days. I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. Though you offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them, neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beasts. The Lord doesn't care about these feast days that humans made, these man-made holidays. He doesn't care about any of those things. All right, He doesn't care about any of those things. There's holy days, which that term holiday comes from, that's been completely defiled. All right, by a wicked people in the world. All right, holy day is supposed to be a holy day. All right, not Christmas. That's not a holy day. That's a wicked assembly of people. All right, is what that is. That's a wicked gathering of people. All right, that's not a holy day. All right, but people, it's a holiday. That's not a holiday. Goes back to the word holy day, and that's not a holy day. That's a wicked day. It's not holy. Okay. So let's get and the Most High is not dealing with no Christmas or Easter. That's why you see people dying on Christmas. That's why you see people dying on Christmas Eve and on Halloween and on Easter. That's why there's lots of deaths that happen on those days. All right. Well, no, that's just because people get drunk and they drive. Yeah, that's all set up for a reason. All right. A lot of judgment goes out on those holidays. All right, and a lot of judgment will go out on this holiday. Don't be surprised if mothers out there get into an accident and die. All right. Don't be surprised. All right, don't be surprised. Or the kids going, I got to go get our Mother's Day gift, and you smash into a semi-truck on the way. Don't be surprised. Same thing with Father's Day. If it doesn't hit you now, it can hit you then. Okay? Not Colossians. Let's get Jeremiah 10:1. Almost skipped over it. Jeremiah 10:1. All right, it reads, Hear ye the word Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Israel, all right, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Says, thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen. Who are the heathens? The heathens are the nations that aren't Israel, right? So Greeks, Romans, those are heathens. Who created Mother's Day and Father's Day? The Greeks, Romans, right? Easter, Romans, Greek. All right, you got Christmas, Romans, Greek. All right, what else? You got Halloween, Romans, Greek. All right. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. All right, so learn not the ways. What are their ways? Apparently, Halloween, Christmas, Mother's Day, Father's Day, Easter. All right, so on and so forth. All right, but here you go. Still celebrating them and learning how to keep them. Isn't that learning the way of the heathen? It absolutely is learning the way of the heathen. All right, and you're not supposed to do it. All right, it says learn not. It doesn't say learn the way of the heathen. It says learn not the way of the heathen. Don't do it. See what it says in the Good News Translation. Select you. It says idolatry and true worship. Jeremiah 10:1. People of Israel, listen to the message that the Lord has for you. He says, do not follow the ways of other nations. Do not be disturbed by unusual sights in the sky, even though the other nations are terrified. New Living Translation. Hear the word that the Lord speaks to you, O Israel. This is what the Lord says. Do not act like the other nations who try to read their futures in the stars and do not, not so much. All right. But anyway, don't do it, man. All right. Christmas, don't do it. Halloween, don't do it. Mother's Day, don't do it. Father's Day, don't do it. Birthdays, don't do it. Birthdays, forgot about birthdays. There you go. Birthdays as well. That goes back to, in the cake for the moon god. That's why it's shaped like a moon. And then you light the candles on it because it's a fucking, what's the word they call that? It's a ritual. It's a ritual, man. It's a ritual. But y'all worldly people love you a ritual, all right, and some wickedness, all right. Especially you Jakes. I have another scripture that I didn't get. This is Jeremiah 4:22. It says, "For my people is foolish." Who is the Lord's people? Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Jeremiah 4:22, for my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. All right, you have all these ways you can do evil, but you can't do one thing good. All right, it's disgusting, man. Like today's lesson from the Elder Manata Zakba out of GMS South Carolina. It was a video. I believe it was it was a new one. All right. It was called Response, RE, right? A working man or a perkhead drug dealer. Talking about, women would rather be with a perkhead drug dealer than with a guy that worked a 9 to 5, all right, a regular job, all right. And then they're wicked, man. They're wise to do evil, but to do good they have no understanding. They can tell you how to, how to sell drugs. But they can't tell you how to repent. All right, they can tell you how to roll a blunt, but they can't tell you the definition of what sin is. Okay, that's Israelites. All right, and Israel. All right, a lot of them are gonna die. A lot of Israelites are gonna die because of pork. All right, pork and holidays. All right, you got to realize that. Now it sounds fucking stupid. Now doesn't it? Doesn't it? Now when you hear it, doesn't it sound dumb? They're gonna die because of pork and holidays. That's dumb. Yeah, it is dumb. Because you could have just stopped eating pork, all right, and stopped worshiping these heathen gods, these heathens gods, these gods of the heathen, these idols, all right. But you didn't, so you're gonna die. That is pretty dumb, isn't it? That is pretty dumb that you wouldn't just stop eating pork. You're gonna die over some swine, man. Really, you're gonna die over a piece of bacon and a pork chop. Pork. Even back in the day, man. Even back in the day, I didn't even like pork. Before I came to the truth, pork isn't even that good. I want to say I didn't like pork. I ate like a lot of pepperonis and stuff. But it's like raw pork, how y'all be eating it, like ham and like what's that shit? Ham and what was I gonna say? Pork chops and shit. Pork chops are fucking disgusting, man. I never liked pork chops. Those shit's fucking nasty as fuck. All right, nasty. All right. What about hot dogs? Beef hot dogs are better anyway. Even in the world, we knew beef hot dogs were better. We always, if you weren't cheap as fuck, you got the beef hot dogs. The beef hot dogs were better. So no, you're gonna die over some nasty ass meat that ain't even good. All right, or some sea spiders, man. All right, some fucking crabs and lobsters. Okay, that you're not supposed to be eating in the first place. All right. It's disgusting. All right, so you know, and it is dumb. All right, a lot of you jakes are gonna die because you wanted to eat pork, and a lot of you jakes are gonna die because you wanted to eat a Christmas ham during Christmas. All right, and have your little Christmas ham and have Christmas going down and all this stuff, and you're gonna die because of some presents and some pork. It's dumb, man. All right, it's dumb. It's not smart at all. Let's get Colossians 2:8. Here it is. And these holidays are not of the Most High. These are of men, all right? Heathen men, mind you. Here's Colossians 2:8. It reads, "Beware, lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after rudiments of the world, and not after Hamashiach. And Mother's Day is not of the Lord, all right? And Christmas is not of the Lord. And holidays, birthdays," I won't say holidays because holidays really refer to us, our holy days, all right? But what you call holidays are not after the Lord, all right? Lord's not dealing with no Thanksgiving, or you think the Lord's dealing with Thanksgiving when it's a celebration of a day where a bunch of Edomites killed up a bunch of our brothers and sisters? You think the Lord's down with that holiday? Absolutely not. Absolutely not, man. Colossians 2:8 in the Good News Translation. It says, "See then to it that no one enslaves you by the means of worthless deceit of human wisdom, which comes from the teachings handed down by human beings and from the ruling spirits of the universe, and not from the anointed," from Hamashiach, right? So don't let yourself be, slaves in the mind, all right, of these people passing down traditions from one time to, we did these 30, 40, 50 years. It's always been a tradition. Fuck your tradition, man. Unless it's a tradition of the Most High, it doesn't mean anything, all right? The tradition of, we put on, scary masks and we walk around and say trick or treat. No, that's dumb, all right? It's a demonic-ass holiday, all right? It says, New Living Translation, Colossians 2:8 says, "Don't let anyone capture you with empty philosophies and high-sounding nonsense that come from human thinking, from the spiritual powers of this world, rather than from the anointed." Okay, so don't fall into that shit. All right, don't fall into it. All right, but you're going to. All right, and it's wicked. All right, it's wicked. You don't keep the holidays that the Lord set up for you, but you'll keep Christmas. Okay. He's not dealing with Christmas. His name's not Christ, all right, which comes from Mass, all right, which is worship, all right, Christ, all right, which is, we don't call him Christ. That's not his name. It's not Christ, all right, it's not Jesus Christ, all right. We use the Hebrew version, all right, of Hamashiach, or the anointed, but we don't say Christ, all right, or Jesus, all right. It's Yahushua Hamashiach, not Jesus Christ, okay? So, the whole thing's vexing, man. All right, the whole thing's vexing. So you're worshiping Christ Mass, all right, Christ Mass, all right, but you won't worship any of the holidays that the Lord set up for you. Hanukkah, how it's supposed to be done. All right, you won't, Day of Atonement, you won't do it. All right, you won't do it. All right, but you'll eat pork on Christmas. Let's get Matthew 15:2. Matthew 15:2. Let me see what's going on here. All right. Matthew 15:2 reads. Let's highlight it first. Fuck you. Matthew 15:2. It says, "Why do the disciples transgress the tradition of the elders? For they wash not their hands when they eat bread." It says, "But he answered and said unto them, Why do ye also transgress the commandment of the Most High by your tradition?" Okay, so here you are, when you're doing those things, all right, worshiping Christmas or Mother's Day or Father's Day or Easter or your birthday or Thanksgiving or Halloween or whatever. I can't even think of any more holidays. 4th of July, all right, which is another holiday. Why would you celebrate that? The independence of Babylon, the country that's done nothing but terrible things to you. It's dumb, man. So let me turn this one down. So, you're saying, you're doing all these things, and what are you doing? You're transgressing the commandment of the Most High by your traditions. Okay, if of course you're of Israel, all right. If you're an Israelite, all right. If you're a heathen, the commandments aren't given to you anyway, all right. So you can't. You're doing wickedness, but you're not necessarily breaking a commandment. Okay, so and we just got it to you. I think we closed it out, but Mother's Day pagan. Let's see more. Let's see. I'm actually curious. And that's the other thing. It's all a bunch of woman worship too. Earth goddesses, and they talk about Mother Nature. It ain't Mother Nature. All right, there ain't no Mother Nature. It's the Most High. Okay. And if there was a Mother Nature, it wouldn't be. If there was something like that, it wouldn't be Mother Nature. It would be Father Nature, first of all right, because everything would be, because they treated everything to Mother. Now listen close. I'm not saying there was a Father Nature. No, I'm saying if there was, it's all through the Most High. But if the Most High had set something up that like that, it wouldn't be called by Mother. Just like when they use in the movies with the chariots, when they call them UFOs, they're like, it's the mothership. It's not the mothership. It's the fathership. Okay, so nice try though. Nice try. Let's just get KTVZ. All right. Let's see. Mothers have been revered throughout history, from ancient pagan celebration to church holidays. Oh wow, look how hand in hand those are. To present day Mother's Day. It says many countries throughout the world devote a day, or in some cases 2 or more days, to honor their mothers. The tradition dates back. What is it? The tradition dates back. The tradition dates back to pagan celebrations. Pagan celebrations in ancient Greece in honor of Rhea, the mother of the gods. In Rome too, Cybele, a mother of goddesses who was worshipped as early as 250 BC. It says, in the 17th century, England celebrated a day called Mothering Sunday on the 4th Sunday of Lent. The day was set aside for all mothers in England and servants who lived at their employer's residence. A common practice at the time were encouraged to go home and spend the day with their mothers. Some families would enjoy a mothering cake or carlings, pancakes of steeped peas fried in butter with salt and pepper, as part of their celebration. There is that with that eating too. It's that feasting. All right, that eating, and that's the same thing. A lot of you were going out with your mothers today. No, not necessarily brothers, unless you get roped into it somehow. All right, but a lot of you worldly people are going out there and going out to eat with your mothers. All right, I know that's what my mom's doing. All right, she's out with her mom, going out and eating and having a good time and celebrating Mother's Day together. All right. It says, as Christianity spread throughout Europe, the Mothering Sunday celebration changed to honor the Mother Church, the spiritual power. See, and it just goes through changes. First it was, the day to celebrate Rhea. Then it went to Mothering Sunday. Then the Christians came and they called it the Mother Church. It's the same thing, just different names, man. All right, same thing with like special ed, mentally handicapped, retarded, all right, dimwit, all right, dunce. All right, moron. All those words go back. Moron originally meant troglodyte, not troglodyte, but what's the word? God damn it. Mongoloid. All right, all these terms for retard. Okay, it's the same thing. All right, you still have the mental slowness. He's slow. He's special. He's handicapped. He's physically disabled. He's mentally disabled. He's special needs. All these terms. All right, it's the same thing at the end of the day. All right, mental retardation. All right, but they have a bunch of names for them. It's the same thing when they do these holidays. Oh no, it's not that. It's not that. It's this. No, it's still the same thing. You just call it Mother's Day now. It went from being, worshiping Rhea to Mothering Sunday to Mother Church, now Mother's Day. All right. It says Mother Church, the spiritual power that gave Christians life and protected them from harm. Isn't it the Most High? Wouldn't it be God that gives Christians life and protects them from harm? See, these Christians ain't got shit, man. These Christians are fucking gone. They're through. They're through. All right, this shows you get away from Christianity, man. They're just worshiping anything. You throw down a fucking rock in front of Christians and they'd start worshiping it. All right, so stay the hell away from those churches. Stay the hell away from these Christians, man. They're just gonna get you destroyed. All right, and they use the name Jesus Christ. His name ain't no fucking Jesus Christ. All right, it ain't. It's Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. When you call on the Father and the Son, you don't just call on Jesus. All right. Or you don't just call on God, all right? You have to use both their names, first of all, and their proper names, all right? The Father's name being Yahweh, the Son's name being Yahweh Shai, all right? When you call on them, you can't reach the Father but through the Son, so you have to say Bahashem, which means in the name of, so you have to say Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, all right? Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, which means the Father in the name of the Son, all right? So continue on. It says, the tradition, and you Christians are going to be stuck in your ways anyway, so we don't need to talk to you too much. It says the tradition of Mother's Day began in the United States, was first suggested in 1872 by Julia Ward Howe. Of course it was suggested by a woman. It says, who wrote the words to the Battle Hymn of the Republic, a day dedicated to peace. Although the holiday didn't catch on at that point, Howe held organized Mother's Day meetings in Boston's Massachusetts, every year thereafter. Says it wasn't until 1907 that another crusade to implement Mother's Day began. Anna Jarvis, wouldn't you know it, another woman from Philadelphia had lost her mother 2 years earlier, and believing that children tend to neglect their mothers until it is too late, she began to campaign for a national observance of Mother's Day. She convinced her mother's church in Grafton to celebrate Mother's Day on the second anniversary of her mother's death, the second Sunday of May. That's not how it worked. Bullshit. All right, we know it really goes back to sun worship. It says carnations were supplied for the first Mother's Day because they were a symbol of Mr. Jarvis's favorite. Later, red or pink carnations became the symbol of blah 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 blah. We don't need to read it. We know it goes back to. We really know it goes back to this Greek and Roman holiday, this worship. All right, right? That's what it goes back to. All right, and that's why it's for Sunday. All right, for sun worship. All right, nice try though, Jarvis. All right, Exodus 20:1. Let's get it. Let me grab a drink while I'm over here. Yeah, that would make sense. All right. All right, so here you go, you Israelites. Listen up. This is for you, as is all these lessons, but regardless, it says, and the Most High spake all these words, and the Most High, this is Exodus 20:1, and the Most High spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Right? That's what he said. Said, thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in the heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. If you're celebrating a day, all right, of them, of a mother goddess, that's serving them. It says, nor serve them, for I, the Lord, thy power, am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generations of them that hate me. All right, so there you go. And if you're doing that and you're worshiping Rhea, all right, then that's another god. All right, that's having another god before him. Okay, you can't do that. Nope, can't do it. Jeremiah 25:6. Actually, you know what? Let's go back and get same Exodus 21, but in Good News Translation. Of course, it says the Ten Commandments. It says, the Most High spoke, and these were his words. I am the Lord, your power, who brought you out of Egypt, where you were slaves. Worship no God but me. Just him. That's it. No one else. Can I work? No. What about no? Can't do it. Do not make for yourselves images of anything in heaven or on earth or in the water under the earth. Do not bow down to any idol or worship it, because I, the Lord, your power, I am the Lord your power, and I tolerate no rivals. I bring punishment on those who hate me and on their descendants down to the third and fourth generation. All right, dealing with reincarnation, of course. So, there you go. Now let's get Jeremiah 25 and 6. Jeremiah 5 and 26. I messed something up here. Oh, 25 and 6. I did 26. I got it all backwards. There we go. Slack you for that. So, did I? Got it. Okay. Jeremiah. I'm not a fan of the song. There we go. All right, so Jeremiah 25 and 6, it says, and go not. Do we want to read up one? Here it is. Jeremiah 25 and 5. They said, turn ye again now every one from his evil way, and from the evil of your doings, and dwell in the land that the Lord hath given unto you and to your fathers forever and ever. And go not after other gods to serve them and to worship them, and provoke me not to anger with the works of your hands, and I will do you no hurt. Yet ye have not hearkened, and hearken means listen, yet ye have not hearkened, listened unto me, saith the Lord, that you might provoke me to anger with the works of your hands to your own hurt. He said, don't do this, don't go after other gods and serve them or worship them, all right, and don't provoke me to anger, right? But what did you do? You provoked him to anger, all right, and you worshiped other gods, all right? It was a simple task, man. That's all you had to do, Jake. That's all you had to do, all right? And that's why we're in captivity now, mind you, all right, because we weren't listening. All right, and a lot of our people still aren't listening. All right, and they won't get it. They won't get it. They have to be, burn up on this side and reborn in the kingdom just to be able to get it. But hey, let's get Judges 10 and 13, and then through 14, and then we can close out. Actually, we can go. We're gonna get that. So Jeremiah 10 and 13. What's going on? Probably fat fingered it here. Oh. Was I typing in Jeremiah? I was, wasn't I? Oh boy. Alright. Alright, here it is. I was wondering what was going on. I kept on typing in Jeremiah instead of Judges. My bad. Slack you for that. Alright. Judges, not Jeremiah, Judges 10 and 14. Alright, now that I got it correct. Slack you for that. So Judges 10 and 14 says, actually 13. Says, we'll start with 13. It says, Judges 10 and 13. Yet ye have forsaken me and served other gods, wherefore I will deliver you no more. So because you've done this, the Most High is not going to deliver you. All right, you've gone off. All right, you don't. Here he is. He's led you out of captivity. All right, originally we're in captivity now, but he's going to lead us out of this captivity. All right, he led us out of captivity before. He's helped us. He's kept us clothed, kept us, fed, and given us water, given us places to live. All right, but you just forgot the Lord. All right, even right after the deliverance, after the Exodus from Egypt. All right, right after Israel started, he's forgotten us. Oh, it was so much better in Egypt. That's what our people have done. All right, time and time again. All right, that's why we're under the curses. That's why we're in captivity. That's why we're getting the shit whooped out of us by Esau. All right, because Jake couldn't get right. All right, Jake can't get right. Okay, it's still to this day. The apostles and elders will tell you, hey, don't do that. That's against the Bible, and people still do it. All right, so hey, and some people just don't care. Some people don't listen. Some people really don't care about the Lord. All right, and if you're not doing right, do you even care about the Lord? You know, if you're still eating pork, you must not care about the Lord, right? You're still smoking weed. You must be, you must not care about the Lord. All right, you must not care. If you're breaking any of his commandments, all right, you must not be, caring about the Lord. All right, and if you do slip up and break something, you should be, regretful and mournful. All right, feel bad because you messed up. All right, as you would if you cared about the Lord. Right? There's a long commandments, of what you shouldn't be doing. All right, no, putting, and there's the 10 commandments, and there's commandments that people forget about. No getting tattoos, no smoking, no committing adultery. Well, that's in the 10 commandments. All right, no, I don't know if I already mentioned eating pork. All right, none of that. But people do them anyway. All right, because why? They have forsaken the Lord. Let's stop for a minute. We'll get to the scripture after we let's describe what forsaken means, because we need that for the scripture. Forsaken. We need the definition.
Forsaken.
Abandoned or deserted. All right, abandoned or deserted. What does it mean to forsake? It says to abandon. What does abandon mean? To cease to support or look after someone. To desert. What does desert? Abandon. It says a person, cause, or organization in a way considered disloyal or treacherous. And that's what you people have done. You've abandoned the Lord. Say, now we don't need him. All right, and now you're getting all fucked up. Why? Because you needed the Lord, you dumbasses. All right, we don't need the Lord. All right, as you walk into a gunfire with flames coming, all right, and the earth's cracking and your bones are breaking. No, we don't need the Lord. It looked like you need the Lord, but he's done with you now. Okay, you 2/3, he's done with you. Okay, Judges 10:13. Yet ye have forsaken me and served other gods. Wherefore I will deliver you no more. It's done. He's not going to deliver you guys. It says in verse 14, go and cry unto the gods which ye have chosen. Let them deliver you in the time of your tribulation. All right, so you're worshiping Mother's Day with Rhea. Go see how Rhea's going to help you. All right, go cry unto her. All right, when Jacob's trouble hits and people are getting thrown into FEMA camps and people are getting their legs busted up and women are getting split open down the middle, all right, and getting raped in the middle of the street, and men are getting their necks split open and heads bashed in with hammers, call upon Rhea. See how that's going to help. It ain't. All right, but that's the God you've chosen. All right, what about the moon goddess? You've chosen her. What about the sun goddess? You've chosen her with all the holidays. All right. So go and call upon them. See how that's going to work out you for the end, because the Most High, he's done with you. All right, he's done with you. So that's been this lesson. All right, that's been Mother's Day. All right, a wicked day of woman worship and idol worship. Woman idol worship. Yeah. We'll just type in that. A wicked day of woman idol worship. Nah, I don't like it. So, there we go. We'll leave it as what it is. Mother's Day, a wicked day of woman worship. All right, I was going to think, do I want to change it to idolatrous day of woman worship? No, we'll leave it how it is. All right. I already made the thumbnail for it, so hey. But hey, Mother's Day, a wicked day of woman worship. So yeah, when people at jobs, I'm going my work today. Who knows? Hopefully it means that my work will be slow today. Maybe most people be, not there. We'll see though. All right. So hey, Mother's Day, a wicked day of woman worship. All right. So with that, we're gonna close out. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to elders and apostles, that great millstone that taught me the truth and rule well. Shalom to you brothers and sisters out there. Keep enduring, keep the faith. We're almost out of here. Until next one, Lord willing, Shalom.